The Black Forest had been infamous for centuries. The people from the nearby village said that whoever entered its twisted trees after dark never returned. There were countless stories of missing shepherds, travelers, and children who had wandered too far. But no one knew the truth, except for those who had seen him, the Lord of the Night. The villagers called him the Wandering Count, though his real name had long been lost to history. He lived in an abandoned manor at the edge of the forest, in ruins that had once been magnificent. Now they were nothing but a monument to death. It was said that deep in the dungeons beneath the estate, the dried remains of his victims still lay. Each night, when the moon was high, the Count went hunting. He moved with unnatural speed, his steps made no sound, and his crimson cloak billowed behind him like a shadow. If someone heard a rustle in the forest, it was already too late. One cold night, a young boy named Mark dared to enter the woods. His sister, Lena, had disappeared there the night before, and he had sworn to find her. He carried only a torch and a knife. The forest was eerily silent, disturbed only by the whisper of the wind. Then suddenly, he heard a faint chuckle. He turned quickly. No one was there. A shadow flickered between the trees. His heart pounded violently. "Mark," a voice whispered behind him. He spun around and saw him. Tall, unnaturally thin, his skin pale as bone. His eyes were blood red, and his lips curled into a predatory grin, revealing razor-sharp fangs. Mark wanted to run, but his body froze. The vampire stepped closer, savoring the boy's fear. "Your blood smells so pure, young," the Count whispered, resting his long fingers on the boy's shoulder. Mark tried to break free, but it was already too late. The vampire struck, one swift bite. Blood spilled onto the snow. The next morning, the villagers found Mark's lifeless body at the forest's edge. His skin was pale as parchment, and his eyes were wide open in terror. Two small but deep punctures marked his neck. Lena was never found. And at night, when the moon was full, people swore they could see two pairs of red eyes lurking in the shadows of the trees.